Hi, this is Molly with Spokane County Library District, here again with more science from home. Today's experiment is called Colorful Rain. This is a chemistry experiment. For this experiment, you'll need some oil. I recommend vegetable oil, food coloring, a jar of some kind, and a clear glass filled with cold water. To get started, I'm going to pour some oil into the jar and add the food coloring. Getting some oil in, and then, let's see. Here's some red. Red food coloring, and I'll try some green food coloring. And then just a couple drops of blue. It's really interesting because when I'm looking at this and I see the food coloring is just staying in these blobs of food coloring. It hasn't mixed. So I'm gonna put the lid on my jar and I'm gonna try and shake it a bunch, trying to get it to mix. You could also try and stir the food coloring into the oil for this part of the experiment, but you want to get it mixed pretty well. So now I've shaken the oil and the food coloring together, and the next step is to just pour it into the water. Oil is less dense than water, so you can see that all of the oil has floated to the top of the water, and water and oil are not mixed. The water and oil are not mixing here. I had to wait a couple of minutes, but you can see now that it looks like there are little trails of color coming down from the oil, and that's actually the food coloring, and that's how we make our colorful rain. It looks really cool up close. This is a different angle, so you can see what's happening. But there are these colorful trails coming down from the oil into the water. Honestly, that just looks so cool. So, as I was saying, the food coloring is water-based, and the oil and the food coloring never truly mixed, even though I shook it up real good, because the food coloring is water-based, and water and oil don't mix. Why is that? Well, lots of things dissolve in water because of its makeup. Water, which we sometimes call H2O, is made up of oxygen and hydrogen. And they make a great team. That combination of oxygen and hydrogen is able to break down components that make up lots of other things, like salt or sugar or coffee, things that dissolve in water. The reason for this, which I'm not going to dive into, is polarity, the polarity of water. But basically, for instance, with salt, the hydrogen is saying, but I like this part of salt. And the oxygen is saying, but I like this other part of salt. And in the end, the water is stronger than the salt, so the salt gets pulled apart, and the parts that hydrogen like come over here and hang out with the hydrogen, and the parts that oxygen likes come over here and hang out with oxygen. so the water is able to pull the salt apart. Oil doesn't like hydrogen and oxygen. In fact, oil is afraid of water. So instead of water pulling oil apart or dissolving it like it does with lots of things, they just don't mix. Oil is less dense than water, so it floats on top. I still have a ring of oil in my cup. Here in this experiment, the food coloring gets trapped inside the oil when I shook it really hard. But the food coloring, since it's water-based, is heavier than the oil. So when I poured the oil and food coloring into the glass of water, very slowly the food coloring starts to sink through the oil. Eventually it reaches the barrier between the oil and the water, and it just keeps going, which is why it looked like there were these really colorful rain droplets coming down into the water from the oil. Thanks so much for joining me from Science from Home this week. Colorful rain is a wonderful experiment. There's a couple different ways you could mix it up. What happens if you just add one color of food coloring instead of 3? Ideally, the water wouldn't turn so dark. I'm not sure why that happened this time around. But different ways you could mix it up. And we'll see you again with another experiment next week. Thanks so much for joining me.